Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, we are back today. We are listening to the Craving, or we're watching the video. Since this is coming out before the album reaction, just to preface, we did already record the album reaction, which means we did indulge in the L word, but we explain in the video why we do that. That's coming out on the day the album releases. But just to give a brief explanation, we're going to be in Ohio for the Newport show. So we won't be here to record the reaction and release it. So we had to do it for that.
Yeah, and I went to one of the listening events, so I've already heard it.
Yeah.
Also, when they debuted the Craving live, I listened to it then also.
Yeah, I did not. So when you watch the reaction, you'll see my first reaction to this song. But we'll see if this version is any different.
But yeah, it was also so you didn't get spoiled while we were in line, and didn't want your first time hearing it to be in my crappy car speakers. And
and if like they play a new song too, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's watch the video. I guess we'll count down.
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. It is different.
It is.
Seems I get in my own way. The more I think, the less I say. I hope I communicate.
The blurry paint in his nails.
This was the part that I saw on Instagram that I had to scroll away quickly.
Say enough, did I let it know if I found my body in chains? Hope she looks for me. She just wants to get you away, ride it out to the end of the day. Now I see your gesture don't mean much. Say enough, did I let it know?
They'd just be putting his drums anywhere.
Yep. I really like this hairstyle Josh has got going on for the new era.
Me too.
It's so different.
It is. I'm so surprised that it's different. Oh, there's trash.
Yeah.
Intentions don't mean much.
Oh! That's a miss. Next.
Oh, don't start playing Backslide. Go back.
Well, you were right. You said that it looked like a. When we first saw the thumbnail, you said you thought it looked like
a shotgun shell.
Yeah, thank you.
I have thoughts. Hold on.
Okay.
Talk while I look for things. Tell me what you think.
I really like this version.
I personally like this one more than the album version.
Well, so it's hard, right? Because they're so different. I really like the rawness of the album version.
I do too.
This one I feel like is going to be easier to listen to, more frequently. The album version is really good for listening through the album and for like experiencing that song as the rawness that it is. But just listening casually, this will probably be the version that people will put on playlists and stuff like that.
Yeah. Something I like. Yeah, this one just. I feel like this is like the third or fourth time I've said this, but it's like every song on this album so far reminds me of stuff I listened to when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. And this song too. Like this, if this had come out when I was in high school, this would have been on a playlist with Home by Edward Sharpe and the Nocturnals, Group Love, Angus and Julia Stone. I know exactly what, like, who would be on the playlist with them for me. And okay, I found what I was looking for, I think, because I needed to pause it. Okay, yeah, I found what I was looking for. One, the White Rabbit has made a return.
Yep.
But also, if you find one of the frames where Tyler, because this is what I was looking for. I saw it, and then I was like, is that what I'm looking at? And that's why I wanted to go back and find it. Where he's holding it after, I guess it's after it's finished. Tell me it does not look like that rabbit is holding a jar with a heart in it.
Yeah, definitely looks like that.
Okay, because I was like, when we were watching it, I saw it and I was like, is that what I think it is? Let's see if it's got... Oh yeah, the shot where it's on the table and you can see trash in the background. That's the one I'm
looking at.
You can see that much better. Sorry, I was looking at a terrible image of it. Yeah. So aside from that, I definitely feel like this song is like... Sorry, I'm just... Like, I have it paused and I'm just skipping through looking at different shots. I definitely feel like the music video is about the actual act of creation and putting in like all this effort for something only for it to be considered a miss.
Mm-hmm. Trying to look at all the colors he's using.
Yeah. It's a lot of blue and yellow. There's a red curtain. There's some gold.
It's all colors they've used before on albums.
Yeah.
Just trying to see if there's any other little Easter eggs anywhere.
Yeah, so without spoiling something that you and I have discussed about the album, there's a song on the album that you and I had a deep discussion about the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what this is also.
Okay.
Because you've got like the two in the suits. They're the ones in charge at the end, I guess. That's who Tyler and Josh are presenting their intricate hard work to. And I mean, with Trash being in the music video, I almost wouldn't be surprised if this was about Scaled and Icy. We've already, kind of wish that I never did Saturday.
Yeah, I had a very similar thought.
Like, I really feel like this is just a, putting in time and effort. I mean, it could also just be, like, a shot at Fueled by Ramen in general, because they don't promote their stuff, ever. This, like, we're going to put all this work and time and effort into something and make this piece of art, and here's the thing, is, like, the guy who shoots the gun is the one who says it's a miss, but that's not their fault. It's the guy shooting the gun.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And how disappointed Tyler and Josh look at the end. It's this thing that they've worked hard enough on, only for it to not be considered as... It's just a miss. You didn't hit the mark.
Yeah, I can see that.
And like with them being in suits and no one else being in suits, and like the person behind them having a box, it's not nearly as like intricate. It's very simple and not as like nicely done as their box.
Mm-hmm.
The spoiler I did see, because we were talking about it, is all of these people have worked with 21 Pilots before. They're all their friends.
Okay. All the people in the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like one of them does lighting. The other one was their previous tour manager.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's when you asked me if I got spoiled on anything, I was like, yes and no. And I had seen people say that it was different. That was
I had seen
but they
that
didn't
too.
they didn't say how it was different, just that it was.
Yeah, well, I had seen that random Facebook notification I got, which I never get Facebook notifications. But they were like, I love Jenna's version, but this version slaps. I was like, oh, okay, so it must be different in some way.
Also, this is completely unrelated. I changed my background on my computers to 21 Pilots today, and I guess whichever one I picked for my second monitor, which is where Discord usually is, I guess it picks up, like, it flashes when there's noise, because every time you talk now, it's flashing, and it's so distracting, and I didn't know it did that until right now.
That's funny.
It's just, like, a picture from MTV Unplugged, but, like, the lights behind it are flashing.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to do that. I'm glad I put it on that monitor and not the other one.
Yeah. Well, that's it, really. I mean, there's not much to dive into because we kind of already dove into lyrics and stuff on the album reaction, so...
Yeah, I mean, but I also don't know that there's... This isn't
yeah,
like
it's not
that there
super
isn't
lore
lyrical
heavy.
Content. Yeah, it's a great little love song. I like the lyrics. I'm sure you relate in the same way that I do for your wife as I do about Matthew. So
something I will note though is that Tyler does not have any black paint on him in this video.
He doesn't, but it's probably because it's not super connected.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do like... It is interesting, and I don't know if this was a choice or if it's just what his hands naturally look like right now, but the black paint being like just stuck in his nail.
Yeah.
It's also interesting.
It might also just be from like the actual crafts too.
Yeah, true. I also wonder how much of like all the painting stuff we see in that room, if Tyler actually does that, if that's another little hobby of his.
Yeah, or if it's like the kids and stuff too. They might.
Yeah.
Do little arts and crafts. We also get some nice up close shots of Tyler's weird little thumbs.
I know. Oh, wait, hold on. You said that and then I thought about something. He doesn't have his wedding ring on.
Oh. I don't even know what it looks like.
I don't either. I just know it's not on his hand. I
Damn.
meant to point it out when we were watching the video, but I got distracted.
Josh has his on. I saw it earlier.
Yeah. I only point that out because it's the single version and it's not Jenna's version. I don't know if that plays into any of it or if it means anything or...
I don't know.
Because that's what I told you beforehand, before we watched it, before we knew anything, was the fact that it isn't Jenna's version. It is the single version. And I know that it's just called that because it's a single, but it's...
But it's also, it's more than that.
That interesting, like, sort of play on words there. But before we watched it, I thought this music video was going to be a much darker video than it was. It made me very nervous.
I know. They really did us dirty with the
I was going to say the imagery
the
with the stain... I don't know, the way
and
that
then, like,
Tyler's legs were positioned.
Exactly.
the bullet casing, like
They
all of
they
that
did
was just
that
making me.
intentionally.
I'm sure they did. It just made me so nervous at first. I'm glad it's not. It's still like I like a commentary on if that's what they're going for on the music industry and, you know, the act of putting out art and it being a miss or whatever.
Yeah.
But so it's still got an interesting thing going. I'm just glad it is not the way I thought it was going. I was a little nervous.
Nervous. Yep.
I feel like we'll get there at some point with the lyrics on the rest of this album and the way that the album ends without spoiling anything.
All right, everyone. We will be back soon. I've still got to finish editing our album reaction, and I've got to edit the backslide reaction and still upload that. So, got lots to do in the editing bay. So, we will be back with the album reaction, and we will react to the videos in the following weeks and stuff. So, any last thoughts?
No, I'm assuming this is gonna get put out relatively soon, so
I'm gonna try and put it out tonight. We'll see.
if not, if you gotta hop on my computer when you get here tomorrow, you can. I was gonna say something. I'd actually had things to say. I don't know. Our lives are gonna be changed after Friday, so none of what we say right now matters.
Yep. All right. We will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.